When a single mother gives birth to twin children, the doctor discovers something incredible. Hello, welcome to the viral narrative of the channel. Let's begin with a new story. It took 9 months for one woman to be able to hold her two lovely twins in her arms. It was difficult to deal with a pregnancy involving 2 children growing in her belly at first, but she was a tenacious lady who faced the pregnancy with fortitude and bravery. After all of the difficulties and adversity she had to face, she found herself in the skies as if she were dreaming. When she first saw her lovely daughters, however, she recognized that they have something really distinctive about them. We'll find out what happened to them at the end of the video, but first, like and share it with others. And make sure you're subscribed and have the notifications bell turned on. Carmen couldn't believe what was being told to her, but the physicians thought it was a mistake. Her children were so unique that they became global famous almost immediately after birth. However, in order to understand the entire story, we must start at the beginning. Carmen and Thomas were a much-loved husband and wife team. They were wildly in love at the start of their relationship, but everything changed after a year of marriage because they were disagreeing a lot. If not the money, it was the chores, and they were always looking for an excuse to argue. It was clear that it was not a safe place for children. So when the woman became pregnant, her husband was at a loss for what to do, further complicating their already difficult relationship. Things became quite complex, and after 7 months of pregnancy, Carmen awoke in the middle of the night to see Thomas behaving strangely, and when she left the room to go to the living room, she opened the curtains as usual and found that the exit door to the street was broken. The mother was devastated and overwhelmed because she was 7 months pregnant and didn't know what to do with 2 babies on the way. She would never envision parenting 2 babies on her alone. After 9 months of waiting for a chance to meet her twins, she booked a cab to get to the hospital as soon as possible. The driver gave the pregnant woman a troubled look, and he was perplexed by the fact that she is alone without the person who should be accompanying her, the father of her children. When she arrived at the hospital, she was greeted by doctors in the emergency room and transported directly to the delivery room. She found herself alone in that place and wasn't sure if anyone would come to see her because she didn't have any family or friends. The agony was the worst she ever experienced in her life. Fear and a mountain of other emotions had flowed down her face as tears streamed down her cheeks. But when she heard her first baby scream, she realized it was all worth it. It was an outpouring of love and relief. They were 2 lovely little girls. While some identical twins exist, this was not the case with her children. Emma, the small girl, had white skin. Carmen was perplexed, unable to comprehend how one of her daughters might be genetically identical to her, and her ex Carmen recognized after a few minutes of thinking about little Emma that the baby resembled her ex-husband's closest friend, and was taken aback when she realized she couldn't believe something like that was possible. He was so nice to her, and she ended up spending the night with him. Carmen, disturbed, performed a DNA test on the girls, but no one could have predicted the outcome. The doctors arrived at his office a week ago to study his files and already had the results of the fascinating exam. When she heard this, the woman almost fainted from shock and finally realized what was going on. Carmen was reluctant to inform Marcos, her ex-friend, husbands, that the 2 daughters were from separate nations. She wasn't sure how he'd react when he found out, but she decided to pay him a visit with her 2 daughters. She was frightened because she felt feelings for him all the time but couldn't do anything about it because he was Thomas' best friend. And now that he was the father of one of her girls, he had a right to know the truth. When he spotted her in front of him, he greeted her with a wide smile. She calmed herself at that point and decided to tell him the complete truth about Emma. Among other things, she admitted to having broken up with Thomas a few months ago, and he promised to be there for her at all times. Carmen raised her head, a broad smile on her face, and sought to express herself. However, she was so apprehensive that she couldn't help but dwell on everything. Marcos approached her and kissed her because he was overcome with emotion. He'd been in love with Carmen for a long time, and now they could finally be together. Twins are born when a single mother has 2 infants from a single pregnancy. If they are identical monozygotic, they are formed from a single zygote consisting of only 1 egg and 1 sperm split. You may be wondering, though, if twins can have different fathers. Yes, but only if the twins are fraternal. Even though identical twins are formed from a single egg-sperm combination and thus cannot have two distinct fathers, people have been able to undergo genetic testing to determine whether fraternal twins have two distinct fathers, as technology has improved the accuracy and accessibility of genetic testing. Fraternal twins are caused by hyperovulation, which is the release of many eggs at a single period. When the test revealed that her partner was only the father of one of the twins, she was devastated. Similarly, a Texas mother of twins admitted to having an extramarital affair at the time her children were conceived. Paternity tests revealed that her fiancé was the biological father of one of the twin boys, but another man was the biological father of the other twins.